What is good? Praise Yah always first and foremost. We all fall short. Yo, what is good? So, look, here we are. Let's have a little discussion. I really wasn't going to do this today. And I was really actually about to be done with like any of this whole talk until we actually see something drop. But I saw something last night and this was, hold on, we're going to get into it. I got some images ready. I got some of the specs, screenshots. Maybe I'll pull up the Reddit. But when I first seen this last night, it was, whoops, I had my lyrics up here. I was messing with this song. Yeah, let's go. MPC Live 3. Y'all can hear me? So MPC Live 3, let's go ahead and type it in. A lot of people doing videos now. This is where I first saw it, Oracular. I'm not going to play the audio, but just, I seen this last night, I think probably around 10 p.m. And apparently, according to the video, it has been leaked by this this Canadian retailer by the name of Red One. So yeah, I see y'all in the chat. So we got an actual image, and it is busy, really, really, really busy. And we can get into first reactions. I got my reactions and thoughts initially, and then there's some other stuff, like there's some specs, which is cool. So yeah. Let me look at the chat. I'm gonna pull up the chat for a sec. How you guys feeling about this? Shout out to Zounds. Always got my back. So if I'm gonna get one of these live threes in on the channel for some even deeper look and closer look, let me get a thumbs up on the stream so we can get that, make that a reality. So it looks like it's actually beginning to be a reality. Like everybody who seems to be, you know, kind of informed, and, you know, looks at the, what you call it, the patterns of the way Akai releases stuff. We got the FCC ID. I even have that pulled up. Oh, I was going to pull it up. I don't know. I think the website's down for some reason. But if you look at that, Tuesday, September 23rd is the date when the confidentiality is up. So it's starting to really look like it. We got actual images. I want to see how y'all are feeling about this, though. Let me go ahead and pull up my chat window so I can really talk to you guys and see how you're feeling. But yeah, let me just go ahead and pull this up first. So this is not a really high res picture at all, because I think it's a screenshot, and I downloaded it off of Reddit, so I don't know how many times it's been screenshot. So look at this thing, man. It is busy, 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 busy looking. Really busy looking, and this is not what I expected at all. So from the looks of it, it does look like they added, and it's funny because I just thought to myself the other day, I hope they don't add a physical step sequencer. It's not really my thing, and I understand a lot of people are happy about this. If B-Jammin comes in here, I've seen his video. He's happy about that. He loves step sequencers, and I know there's a few of you who do come in here who like step sequencers over, you know, finger drumming. Like, that's what I like doing. So I don't need that. But who knows? I might use it when I think about it. I might use it to just input some samples if I'm just messing with a loop and I want to just drop it in without, you know, who knows? It might be something, since I love MPC so much and I've been using so long, this might be my gateway into using step sequencers. Again, finally, because when I did first start making beats, I started on FL Studio. So I was using a step sequencer, but then quickly moved away from that when I got my first MPC 1000. Yeah. So, but I grabbed this from a Reddit. Let me pull up the Reddit. There's the FCC. Well, we're going to look at the FCC. Let's see if this even works right now. This is the FCC file code, Y40ACVG. Okay, it's up and running now. And if we go to, I believe it's details, it might be summary. I don't know which one. Yeah. So here we go. Confidentiality. Confidentiality. You can scroll over to the right. To the date. Where's the date available? Am I even on the right one? Confidentiality. I don't see the date anymore. Date available 4/1/2025. I don't see it. Am I on the right page? Because I don't see the where it, maybe I got to click on the other thing where it said the confidentiality expiration date. Oops. Let me click on summary. Maybe that'll do it. Yeah, I think it's right here. Okay. So yeah, well, this is where it says internal photos and like external photos. And then if you scroll over to the right, the date on it, 9/23. So yeah, that's Tuesday. And one of the other patterns of MKII is to release things on Tuesdays. So I'm still going with that. Now I'm really going with that. I didn't want to say anything else because I've been speaking predictions out of hopefulness. And I was like, oh, last Tuesday or any of the Tuesdays this month before then. So yeah. And then so I found this, and this is a shared thought that I had. This post on Reddit said Live 3 League looks a lot like the Torres SP16. So I downloaded a picture of that because this is what I thought when the original Live came out. This came out before it. Right here. This is by Pioneer. Okay. Let's see. So look at this thing. It's got a step sequencer at the bottom, which I think looks better. But I guess it makes sense they put it at the top because we got the speaker. I feel like they could have just moved everything upwards and still put it at the bottom. They got their own little touch strip. Of course, Pioneer got this 4x4 from the MPC. MPC, I guess that's why they don't really care. Everybody's stealing ideas from everybody. You see Machine with the 4x4, they got that from MKII, I believe. Unless y'all can correct me on that. Come on. No, I'm not talking to you. Man, that thing is random. Yeah, so and even like Machine, they had a little touch strip afterwards. They did like the horizontal one, but look at this thing, touch screen. I like the fact that they put this thing has Q links at the bottom of the screen. That's what I was hopeful for. So yeah, looking at this thing, look at this. But this SP Torres thing came out before the Live even came out. So I don't know if it really did all that well. I don't see people making music with this thing, but it's interesting. It's no longer available though. So not being produced. So yeah, there's a whole Reddit on here. I don't know. I think I looked through a couple of these. There's a couple Reddits. And then yeah, let me see. So I mentioned this. This was the video, and this is where I got some screenshots. So I think it overall, man, like my initial impression, just way too much, man. It's way too busy. I think a lot of people are thinking this is fake because it's so busy, but no, like I think this is legit because, and I also think that this isn't a mistake. It's just another leak, another planned leak. That's my theory. So let me pull up this chat. I really want to see what y'all are thinking about. And then we'll talk about the specs, because some of the specs are definitely redeeming for the appearance. Like, it's always going to be, I think, functionality over like aesthetics. Although I really appreciate a good aesthetics, and I was hoping, like, I like simple machines. Like I want something that's powerful and simple. So that's why I like my SP. It is powerful, but I feel like it could use more power. It's not quite at the place where it would replace my actual MPC. But I've been kind of off of this and just messing with my SP for a minute. That's just how it kind of goes. Like I go through these cycles of like just being tired of using one machine, maybe just looking at it, and maybe that's where some of the gas comes up. But I've been really enthusiastic or excited about seeing what the new Live 3 has to offer. And then when I saw that, I'm like, man, that thing is ugly. Like this thing is about to get roasted by the MPC community online. I really think. But then again, it's kind of, when I think about it, it's kind of maybe some like future shock. Because when this thing came out, when people seen this on the internet, they were roasting this. Now people love this. So I'm going to give it its chance. I'm going to try to get my hands on one of them and actually give it a try and see what kind of functionality it actually adds to have all these buttons. It's interesting. One thing that I think might be pretty interesting is you now have locate buttons from the looks of it. down here. But this thing, what they've really done is like move the screen up, and then you've got like, I think 3 or 4 different rows of stuff, of buttons. So, all right, what is up, Ram? I did not actually get to see the link before it was taken down. I think it was taken down pretty quickly. And I looked right when I seen that short that Oracular had put up. And I tried to Google it, and I just didn't see it. And then I was busy, so I didn't really investigate any further. But yeah, they dropped the ball. I don't know, man. I think the ball was in their court, and it was passed. It was assisted by Kai. That's just kind of my theory when it comes to these things, because the pattern is just, I don't know. Maybe it's just because we're on, such a huge online, the internet and everything is just such a big thing and a part of our lives now that it's easy to see these things kind of cut through the cracks. So I could be wrong, but it just seems like, and a lot of companies, this is happening with a lot of companies now, unless it's being employed as some sort of a protocol technique. Because just a couple of days ago, we saw Teenage Engineering's got some stuff, and then the Toneverk, so, all right, Electron, Shigito, what's good? What's good? You're wondering when I'd be live? Yeah, I wasn't really gonna do it, man. I mean, honestly, I have some other things that are more important that I need to get done. Like, I need to record these verses over again on this song. But yeah, it's getting serious, and we don't have much time, I think, from the looks of it, till we actually get like an official announcement, and we can actually see all the videos of the people that are, got to get their hands on it first, and really show us what this can do. So, Ram, yeah, I was on the site last night. Okay, so you seen it. Alistar, I was right, and you were wrong, you're saying. Well, I mean, yeah, I was hoping for something different as far as significantly a change when it comes to this Live 3. But I was hoping for something simple and really more, I guess, more aesthetic, which is, it's kind of vain, because this is functional. This is stuff that's going to be functional. Hopefully, it's not kind of redundant, and it's stuff that you can just do on the touch screen. Because, man, that thing is busy looking. That's busy looking. Like, it looks like like their design team was literally ChatGPT. And that's why a lot of people aren't really believing it, man. With the advent of AI, man, a lot of the stuff isn't believable. And I kind of perpetuate that. I've been messing with ChatGPT for a minute, and I just posted a fake MP. It's pretty obvious, though, when I post them, I think. I had ChatGPT made me one really good MPC Live 3 that looked really nice. And then after that, man, it's just it was just a fail after fail. Like, it's obvious. You zoom in, you look at the buttons. It's got like 5 play buttons usually when you make these MPCs. It might have 4 rows of 3 pads, 4x3, just weird stuff. So, it baffles me when people ask, like, they come on there and they ask me, like, they don't look at it. If, is this real? So it's like, but I put that, I don't know if you guys seen that. I did like, I went into ChatGPT, and I put a picture of a 404 Mark II in my live retro, and I asked it to kind of blend them to get something that's smaller, like the 404, and it made that. And that's what I would like to see, like, keep it simple, not all the added extra buttons. Like, I think they took that way overboard, because that was part of the community feedback, and people really liked the MPC one because it had added buttons, and that has a decent amount of buttons. I think that's a good amount. But this reminds me of, I don't know if y'all watched NAMP this year. Some company came out with this square looking groove box, and they have a step sequencer with little buttons all around the machine, and then they light up and like kind of go in a circle, technically a square. But that's when I seen this, I was like, wow, this is really extra, and it's about to get roasted. So, but where are we at? Yeah, man. But it is one of those things, like, it'll probably get roasted, and then people will try it and they'll love it. Because I'm sure someone at Akai had to have been like, yo, do you think maybe we put too many buttons on it? So I'm sure it's been tested over and over, and it's kind of it is what it is. Like, it's the functionality is worth it. Yeah, so SimC, the row on top, at least 16 of them are looking like a step sequencer, because you can see a line between every 4, so it's kind of broken down into beats or bars, I would assume. A dude pre-ordered it and it disappeared on him. Scrooge that dude, what's up? The site was hacked. It was hacked. So is that why there was a leak? Because it was hacked? So it wasn't actually technically leaked? Denkron, yo, I like my Kai MPC Live 3. Let's stir up the internet community with AI. It was painstaking work. Well, you made one? The site had one pic from the front and no other angles. Looks like that beat thing. Ergonomically, it's not correct. And yeah, man, I question, like, I gotta see what the buttons are, but like, I feel like they messed up on the Key 37 with some of the placements of the buttons, like where the shift button was. Can't remember where it was, but some of the things I was trying to do made it awkward, where I would have to like cross my hands, or it's just weird. And then also the like octave buttons they had put up above the pitch and bend. I thought that was kind of awkward. Just a couple things. But you may be right, man. Hopefully they figured it out. 8 gigabytes of RAM. That's what it's looking like. The SimCity, I don't know. I think it's fake. I like Skittles. I'm down. Yeah, everyone's commenting about the colors on the pads, but they usually do that with most of these like pictures. Like they're gonna be a single color and just, or it's a different color depending on the velocity that you hit it, and they just make it look like that for the image. Yeah, RAM. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've always been saying. Building a hype by accidentally leaking it. They're forcing everyone to upgrade. You just don't know it yet. I'm going back to 2.15 now. Okay. On a serious note, USB-C. That will go. Yes. See, that's it, man. Let me pull up, since on that note, I'm going to pull up the screenshots I took from that short of some of the specs, and then we'll get back into the chat. I'll just go read through those. Yeah, I was saying it was fake, but all right. New MPC Live 3 is a flexible and expressive standalone music production center designed for beat makers, producers, and live performers. What about the songwriters, man? Come on. To bring their creative ideas to life, the system's intuitive and comprehensive sampling, sequencing, and effects make it an indispensable tool for modern music creation with no dark computer required. So it looks like, from the sound of that, they're trying to aim towards more live performing. So a lot of those buttons may be helpful in that type of situation. Standalone hardware with MPC 3 OS, no computer required, 8-core processor. So I don't know what the Live 2 now has. Gen 2, 4 times the power of the MPC Live. So 8 gigabytes onboard RAM. Cool. So yeah, man, we got 2 on these. So very nice. That's gonna work very well. I really do want to just, as ugly as I feel like it is initially, like it's probably gonna be hard to say no, just for the fact of the performance, and then like trying and like pulling up instruments. I want to see if that load time in between instruments is gonna be like no longer there. So let's see, 16 full side RGB MPCE expressive pads. MPCE expressive pads. Okay, so that's different. Yeah, from the looks at the pads, they look like they have like these like it's split. It looks like a bullseye almost. Like these corners have different, like, you know, like MPE functionality hit the sides, and it kind of gives you some other sort of expression. So that's pretty interesting, and I wonder what that'd be like for playing some of these instruments. All right, and this is where I got excited, because this is what I've been wanting for a long time, and they went beyond from the sound of it. I wasn't even at this point really caring about this, but you have, well, the built-in mic is definitely welcome for me, because you know, coming up with song sketch ideas, real like hooks real quick that I can use as a scratch take and then bring it home and then do it a little bit better. But this is a high quality studio mic, so very interesting to see what that actually sounds like. because the speaker it goes beyond what most built-in speakers are on any other type of synthesizer and thing that you've probably ever used. So it might be surprising because a lot of these built-in mics on these little groove boxes are pretty bad. Battery, of course, and then this is cool, like 2 combo inputs with mic preamp. So we got phantom power now, and their combo jacks. That's nice. I'm gonna definitely test that out. I mean, I used to want that really bad, but then I've kind of I've discovered this little system of just using a USB mic and plugging it in to my phone or my tablet and using some of the resources from the tablet, like Mixbox, and that just goes into the back with the stereo. So that works really well. But this is cool. This is cool. Like that simplifies things. And then, yeah, I'm interested. Definitely a welcome bonus. Look at this. 16 RGB performance buttons. So what does RGB stand for again? Is that something to do with the backlights? Or like, are they sensitive? Steps. So it's for step sequencing, automation, and effects control. So look at that. So yeah, even if you're not using the step sequencer buttons for step sequencing, if that's not your thing, it sounds like you're going to be able to use it for other stuff, automation and effects control. So sounds like Q-Link type ability in the buttons. Assignable touch strip controller. This is something I haven't mentioned yet, but I had my hands on a Key 61 for a little bit, and I actually liked that little touch strip thing. So I didn't get much use out of it, but I tried it with like note repeat and stuff, and that was cool. But the possibilities with that seem pretty interesting. So yeah, it's a welcoming thing. But one thought that I had was, y'all remember the box? It said that in the box it said it was heavier. Like, I think it is actually most likely longer too, because if you look at this MPC, the pads are right here, and then for the Live 3, or at least what we're seeing, which I think is real, the touch strip is here. So these pads, unless they just squeeze, I'll look at it now in a second, unless they squeeze this all kind of together, they would have to have made it slightly longer to fit that on there. So let me look at that real quick. Let me see. So does it look like it's longer? I'll definitely find out soon. If I get my hands on this, I'll put it right next to it and find that out. So I mean, it's kind of interesting. It's like a little bittersweet because of all the things that are making it more portable, like the built-in mic, and well, I guess that's mainly one of the things, or just even just the power makes it a lot more portable or standalone because you don't need much else in the built-in combo jacks. But yeah, I mean, but then if it's getting larger, kind of weird, you know. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, I want to get back to this screenshot on these specs. Assignable touch controller, vibrant 7-inch touch display, so that's still the same. And this is the one that I've been wanting. USB-C port for computer connectivity. I think that's supposed to, it says ISO. I think that's supposed to say iOS, because then it says Android apps, seamless smart device, audio sampling, and high-speed transfer of up to 24 audio channels in and out of your DAW. Wow. So yeah, so then you could, I mean, you could just plug this in straight to your computer if you want to track out, and then track out to up to 24 tracks straight into the DAW. That's like a bonus thing, right? That's cool. Not something I'd probably use. I think maybe I'd use it with some sort of mixer that has 24 tracks. I don't know. I don't know how that would work, but I'm just happy that there's the USB-C audio in and out, so I can sample just like I would with my SP44 Mark II. So very excited about that. I don't know if there was more specs that were shown, but these were the main things that stuck out. I took 2 screenshots, and yeah, man, that's the saving grace. A lot of power there, it seems like. So sounds like a beauty and a beast, man. Like, but let's get back in the chat. Yeah, it's pretty active in here. I appreciate it. If I could get a thumbs up, man, I'll have this MPC Live 3 on the channels as ASAP as possible. Just help me get there with a thumbs up. Visit visit Zounds. Just click on the link. Take a look around, even if you're not buying anything. Helps the channel out. And it's free. Let's see. People would get used to it. SimCity said I thought it would look better, to be honest. Yeah, man, it's a lot going on there. So we will have to see when it's at my fingertips what my true opinion is. No ego, happy Sunday, man. Yeah, people did roast the live for the speaker. Yeah, and people love that now too. I was one of them. I roasted it. That's why I'm kind of humble in this. Like, I'm like, okay, I gotta see. You know, I could be wrong. So, but it is interesting to me. What I think of when I see this is like, yeah, I'm happy for you guys that want to get into the MPC, that use step sequencers. Like, that's an exciting moment. But to me, I think of like, you know, when they talk about marketing just in general, is like, if you try to reach everybody, you're going to end up reaching nobody type of situation. So they're most likely going to bring in a lot of new business. And, you know, I guess that's a big part of the goal, so they can keep going and keep making things. But it's probably going to turn off a lot of people. Like, even, I mean, MPC3 already as is for a lot of people has been a turn off, and a lot of people haven't even, you know, upgraded, or they've upgraded and have gone back. I'm happy with it. I mean, but that is what it is. Like, I mean, I don't think you can be mad. This MPC is totally different than it was when I bought it when it first came out. I got the OG Live, man. And what it was a super powerful thing, and a super big upgrade feature wise compared to, like, you know, the MPC 1000 and the 2500. Those were cool for sure. And but it was a big leap, and people bought it for that, you know. So it being what it is, like, you can get mad, but I don't really think it's justified, especially when they've given so much out for free. So, well, I might not like some of the decisions they're making. I can't be mad at it, and I could always just stick to what I have, you know? Like, and this is still, all this new power, even, like, I want to test it out. I'm going to bring it on. It's still just going to be a desire, not a need, especially for the way that I work. Like, you know, I do things with like 5, 6 tracks, 7 at the most. This is definitely going to go beyond that. But now it might help me improve my my composition skills. I think that would be the main reason why I would want to upgrade, is because of the power behind it and the possibilities. Like, we already see Akai working with native instruments. Like, imagine those, like, how many more play series, like, things that I haven't used. Imagine if One Day Contact was able to be ran inside of this standalone, like people been asking for, and, you know, it's not a possibility, but man, it's starting to look, the spec wise, looking really powerful. So, man, that's gonna be a hard thing to say no to. Let's see. What if they jump the gun to get some feedback and then have another form factor waiting in the wings? Yeah, I doubt it though. I mean, they wouldn't have a whole FCC thing and then you know, because you had to have an FCC, unless they have a machine that doesn't have, like, if it has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth like all these machines do, then it's got to be registered. 8 gigs will make all the older machines defunct pretty soon. I guess to some degree, if you want to keep up, man, for sure, with all the newest stuff. But of course, I mean, like I said, I'm making just hip hop and stuff, and it doesn't. I mean, there's different levels of that, how you can create. Wish I had a tilde screen, but the specs sound pretty decent. Yeah, the mic feature was dope. Yeah. JC, what's up? The well lit pads, I welcome. I got the XSC because the live was too NUDIV. Yeah, so maybe this will solve that. Hopefully it does. Saw it around midnight last night, but agree it was probably assisted. YouTube released the first video at 1 a.m. Eastern. Site was gone at 3 a.m. All I need to know is what the old MPCs can't do compared to it. Yeah. Well, it's just gonna be faster. We'll see though. I think I would say that, like, the official desktop software will be announced, and maybe we'll see some new features that go along with this. MPCX will be better than live because it has more space for the buttons, and since it doesn't have a speaker, a step speaker can be at the bottom. Yeah, that's interesting. Like if they made a new MPCX. Wondering about how many outputs. Yeah, I would assume maybe about the same. Maybe we have the assignable outs. Scrooge that dude says definitely AI. I don't know. I agree that machine does look awful. Step sequencer at the very top. It's kind of different. Yeah, most step sequencers are towards the bottom. Volume knob at the top left from that photo. I counted over 80 buttons. Really? Yeah, I didn't even bother to count it, man. It just looked overwhelming. So that might be a flop for Akai. Definitely getting roasted for sure. There's gonna be a lot of roasting. I'm surprised there isn't that much roasting yet. Probably because people are kind of in shock that this is even real, especially with AI. Like, it's like, nah, that can't be real, man. That's ridiculous. Why would you do that? I feel like I'm never going to touch those top buttons if I get it, but like someone like John Makes Beats would love it because he's cracked at the octave track. Yeah, man. That's what I was thinking. Like, and he's been using MPC lately. I haven't seen him on the octave track, but I can definitely see him getting one of these. Like, that'd be cool if they sent one, like something to him already, and we could see him. Because I like watching his videos. He just gets right into producing, so that's very fun. Step sequencer isn't just a button; it's full access into it. To me, it looks like there's a button, but you still got to use the screen to do stuff. Dedicated buttons, but too many. It's going to be even more niche than it already is because of that. Still Life Tactile. Facts, what's good? It's got so many damn buttons, for sure it does. Only the beta testers know. I know one, but he said the real one is red. Really? Well, maybe there's options. I have to say real. Maybe there's options. I love the look of it. Okay, Safety 44, what's up? Because it looks like I'm not about to drop 8. Okay, you got me, man, with the twist there. In the old traditional terms commonly used back in the early days, I'd say it's a bit gay. Oh. Yeah, it looks like a happy little joint. DJ Reckon the Ill Robot, what is good? Ali Star Hope is fake, me too. But the real one is better. I don't know, man. I think it's real, but I think maybe the announcement of new features in the official desktop and official new firmware upgrade will probably make us all, not all of us, but some of us a bit happier. Shift button is all the way on the right on the key 37. So weird. Yeah, it's weird, man. And so are the Q links. See, that's what I remember I was trying to do, because the way I would work in audio tracks, because I do the vocals on standalone, is like I would hold the shift button and then use the Q links to navigate and cut finer parts. And having the shift button where it was made it awkward. I think the shift button should have been down in the center, like under the screen somewhere. Najee Harrison, what is up? Shift button is all the way on the right on the key 37. So weird sometimes. Give me a sec. I'm going to go grab this drink, and then I'll be right back. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. All right, here I am. I'm gonna be smacking a little bit because I grabbed some snack and cheese. So whatever. Some of y'all hate that. I always get someone comes in. It's like, you should eat your lunch when you're not filming. If I can even open this thing. Whatever. I don't need to eat. Crack my soda open. Let's see. Specs don't mention MIDI implementation either. How many ins and outs? Avachi, I'm not mad at it, but I understand why everyone else is. The OnePlus Key 3761X have the space for a lot of buttons, whereas the Live series just doesn't. That's what everyone is missing. Yeah, that's a good point. They slagged the Key 61 release off. Remember, it wasn't the MPC they wanted. Same will happen here, and everyone will then love it, but secretly. expected the touch strip. Yeah, I was kind of curious if they had abandoned that whole lot concept since they didn't include it in the Key 37. I think it would have been nice to have on the Key 37. That could have been cool. Wow. There's a patent I found from 2021 from something they put in for the pads. It's like animated lighting around the pads. Interesting. And sections. Huh. I'd like to see that. DJ Rec, we should be able to swap out the RAM and the memory. That'd be cool. Obscure Sound, what's good? Appreciate it. Here I am. It's really ridiculous that they release this with a crap MPC 3 desktop integration. Yeah, I think that's going to be somewhat, I think that's going to be an improvement because they're still on beta, right? MPCI pads are interesting. Have you ever heard of that? I never heard of it. Wayne, what is good? I know the guys from Red One. It was never supposed to go live. It was a mistake, but the specs are correct, and as far as they have been told, that picture is correct. B Miller, fake. UPC code is not real. I didn't really look at a UPC code. It's real. Hope it's fake. Look up the UPC code, not real. Wouldn't they put a fake UPC code on an image though? I don't think they would have just for an image though. I mean, because if you look at it, it's doctored. The pads aren't going to look rainbow colored, you know, so they do that for the image. What was rancid? Red, green, blue. None of the features, but we haven't really seen any new features out of just looking at that. No phono, I'm pretty sure. I had seen someone say that, but I don't understand why they said that. Just from looking at the top picture, they can't see them popping out or what? I mean, you can't see. I guess you can kind of see them right here, huh? And then from looking at this, well, this one's chopped out. I don't know if that's accurate enough. I don't know. Someone's Loopy Pro Custom UI. I don't really know the reference too much. Just want to know what it can do and my MPCs can't do. I got 3 MPCs. I got 8 gigs between them. 32 on MPC. Oh, RGB, red, green, blue. Okay, appreciate it. Yeah, that should have been obvious. I knew that at some point. Yeah, should be interesting what you can do with the touch strip. Assign different things to it. Do some automation with it. More dedicated buttons, more real estate. So you think it's bigger? Universal product code number, not real. Look it up. Okay. I'll see if I can see what you're talking about. Their IT guy messed up and the page went live before it was supposed to. Looks fake. For those of you who are saying it looks fake, do you not want it to be real? Like on top of you thinking it looks fake, do you also agree it looks ugly? And so you kind of a party who wants it to be fake? MPC and guitar, no, not released. Just another leak with an actual photo. Supposed to be out in Canada. Yes, I measured. It's about 1 inch wider than the Live 2. What was the specs of the dimensions on the website? Yeah, I assume that I don't know about the MIDI, like the physical MIDI stuff. I would hope they would just keep at least the same. But I'm also assuming that it's gonna have USB MIDI too. I don't know if I have the USB B or if it's. Hopefully they added USB C on top of the USB B, where you would connect to your computer to use it as a controller, the little blue cord one. Because with the Key 37 they gave us and it's the first MPC we've seen it on. You got the USB MIDI, so Hopefully that's two different things, but maybe it's not because, well, the way that the USB-C works on my SP44 is that it has USB audio and MIDI through the same cord in and out. So I wonder if they would, they're ditching the USB-B, like the larger one, for the USB-C. It might be bigger on every side. That's kind of unappealing though for me. It's already difficult to find. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna make cases for it. Viral Beats, what is up? JC, if they cared, they would have added monitor out and a tilt screen. Yeah, although that is it sounds cool to have a tilt screen, and for those of you who use the live mostly at home, maybe that's something that you would go for. But when I think about it for a little bit, I think, oh man, that's just might be a problem when you're moving it around. You know, it might just increase the possibilities of it breaking easier. Could you see Zato in one of these? For sure. I mean, he plays the keys, so I'm sure he'd be on the keyboards. So I've heard Andy Mac is aware, and they'll probably be forced to release the video either tomorrow or Tuesday. Forced? I think that's the plan, man. Tuesday's the plan. But like I said, I'm done making predictions. It's ugly. I hope that's not it. Yeah, the image looks wild. BG White, what's up? Den Cron, you like the look of it. You heard Roger Lynn was back with them though. Okay, so yeah, maybe he had something to do with the MPCE pads, expressive pads. Because if you don't know, he's into like what do you call it, the MPE stuff with his Lindrum, not Lindrum, but Linstrument, I believe. Safety 44, I still think the speakers are useless. I would have preferred a bigger hard drive, RAM, and battery. Boom Boom Baby, I don't need it or want it. I'm good with my OnePlus for sure. Healthy attitude, man. I have an OG Live. This is for sure. This is a for sure upgrade. Cool, nice. I mean, that's good. You held on to the Live for a minute. Live is still a really cool piece. MPC 1 and X form factors are perfect. Live is oblong and weird shape. Yeah. Khalil, retracted your message. Scrooge that true. Scrooge that dude. What about the sound though? ESQ was talking about. They gotta step that up. Yeah, we will see. The dude, is it real? We think it is, man. I mean, some of us don't, but I think it's real. I may even know that it's real. Stem separation is going to be great on the new devices. Yeah, that's the. There's a lot of things, you know, that make it appealing, that are going to make it appealing. And right at this point, I feel like I just want to try it and then send it back and be happy with my Live 2. But man, all them new powerful features will make it. Even just USB. That's all I would have wanted, was just an MPC with USB-C audio. They could have used the 16 pads as the step sequencer. My opinion on that is I feel like they should have just completely redid the interface for the step sequencer. I never use it. Well, actually, I think they did. I think they did redo this. I don't remember it being like this. I've never looked at it, and I haven't looked at it in a while. I've not looked at it. It looks different to me. But maybe I just haven't looked at it in a while. You know? I just feel like it was kind of weird before. But this looks alright. I was thinking they should just bite FL Studio and put their little step sequencer in it, and people would be happier that way, but I don't know. It's digital all the way, I think, with a Kai now. I'll use that mic always, bro. I mean, yeah. If you're not doing vocals, then but I'll be using that daily. If I was taking this, if I was gonna keep this Live 3, then I would take it to work and I would use it because I have a USB mic that I just keep at work for vocal purposes, coming up with ideas. So I haven't been able to move, and that step sequencer is clutch when you just quickly trying to get a drum beat in. Yeah, I think I'll mess around with it, give it a try. I haven't been able to move, and that step sequencer is going to be clutch. I am loving the Key 37. Cool. Was this discussed? But does the Live 3 have a sound to it? Yeah, we don't know, man. We just a leak right now. Just a front panel and some specs right now. Flawless workflow. I should learn to go by sequences. Crack it live dangerously. It has to be the same as controller mode. I'll wait to see the back. I heard a rumor of an Really? I have not heard that yet. No HDMI port rumors have reached my ears yet. I've heard people want that. A scratch plug-in control with the touch strip. That could be cool. Is the Live 3 going to be better than the XSC? Yes, it is more powerful from the looks of it. Yeah. Ashley Prince Washington was good. I don't think it's real. Okay, Ali Star says, I'm a graphic designer. I studied the image and I can't find anything saying it's fake. It's low quality but consistent everywhere. Can still be generated though, but it wasn't fudged. Wish they listened to ESK. If it doesn't sound good, I'm good. For sure. I mean, I like the, I mean, if you have something to compare it with, I guess, I don't know. I like the sound of my MPCs. But I could just be ignorant. I'm getting this machine off the specs are real to me. I think they need to finish 3.0 for current users. I think they're going to do that. JT, it is bigger. I don't think RAM differs much on the MPC. I can wait another 3 seconds. Just me, but I would rather get the XSC than the Live 3. Well, there you go. You'll probably be able to find one at a good price. If it's fake, it's a really good one. Alex Booga, what's up? I'm still really hoping for a black MPC key or that Live Mini people were talking about. What do you mean by black MPC key? But yeah, me too, man. I would like to see an MPC Live Mini. I don't know. Does the Live 2 not have USB MIDI? It does not, no. So the way that the only MPC that has it is the Key 37, and it works as a MIDI interface, USB interface, just with a cord. So the cord that you would plug in to use controller mode, but you don't have to. With the Key 37, you don't have to go into controller mode to benefit from those features, to use them. You could just plug into a computer, and then you can control contact from the MIDI tracks on the MPC Key 37. Either way, I'm getting it only because there's nothing else to buy. Yeah, you gotta go express your gas on something. It's about that time of year. Product size, yeah, I don't want to read all that, but 8.6 pounds. I don't know how that compares to the original. I've never looked at it. Blatantly Blatant, what's good, man? If this is fake, I want to see their next MPC X or whatever that would be. Flagship first. HDMI. So. No way, whatever. I think the Live 2 is still going to be the most logical one to buy. If I buy a Live 3, it should be stationary. And I would just get an XC with 1 terabyte SSD. Otis, what is good? It looks ugly like something from Timo, AliExpress. Yeah, man, I didn't like the look of it either. Okay, to all you Kyle lovers on a scale from 1 to 10, how excited are you for this Live 3? Shoot. I was at a 10 before I seen the image, and then I think I'm at about a 7 now. They should have added USB audio when the Live 2 came out. Yeah, man. It's been sadly not there for a minute. Like that's a big one for me. Curious about the speaker upgrade. Yeah, would be nice if they sent me the Live 3 by accident as my return with the MPC Key 37 and had me shipped to them. Yeah, that would be nice. But yeah, you don't see a big upgrade. Did you look at the specs? The specs are pretty big, significant. Excitement level is a 2. Why is that? You just said it'd be nice if they sent you it, but your excitement level is a 2. It's about the music, not the gear. Sure, but we're gear nerds, man. So I can't wait to become old school MPC 2.16. I'm gonna be such a hipster. Yeah, man. I got this thing is like classic now. It's not just retro. It looks classic. Remember when MPCs, like you'll be able to say, remember when MPCs only had like 10 buttons? Long are the days over. 80 button minimum on MPCs now. Akai better have gone all out on the step sequencer to compete with Electron. It's literally a jungle of buttons. Literally, how good can the built-in mic be and the speakers? I mean, the speaker on this one is not bad. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Like I've tried built-in speakers on other machines and they're terrible. Never better than a real mic, but perfectly usable. I suspect other machines with them well. This looks like it might be the best of them all. Let's all get it and learn together. Let's do it. MPC 3000 LE had a video out. What do you mean? 8.5, huh? That's pretty good. I'm glad the Live 3 came out first. Hopefully that means my XSC will be paid off before the X2 releases. Yeah. The specs are good, but if I were to buy MPC, it would not be the Live 3. Oh, what should it be then? Wouldn't it be 3X? Triple X? Come on now. Take it easy. Functionality overlooks wins every time. If it adds something to the MPC experience, I'm all in. For sure. We might be hating now, but loving later. We need an SP44 Mark III. I mean, just add some things to the 2. They need to sort some things out to the 2. The Mark II, to me, in my opinion. Like, I still can't copy my mute group information. The chopping could be improved. Like, I got a whole list of things. I was planning on making a video about it, but I don't know if I'll ever get there with all this other excitement going on. But yeah, I have some ideas. I think they could improve it quite a bit. I don't see some reason for someone that has a Live 2 to spend another $1,000 to get the Live 3. Right, Mad Looper, what's good? Maybe I'm bugging, but after seeing it, I'm just not excited about this one. I felt the same way, man. I felt the same way. Like, I was kind of tired of looking at my Live 2 for a minute. Like, I haven't been using it, and that's just kind of how it goes. I understand that's my, like, psychology, whatever. So I'll just move on and use my SP for a while. I get tired of looking at my machines. It's not anything that, and then gas happens and stuff. But, yeah. But yeah, after seeing it, like, I appreciate the look of this, the simplicity of my Live. So I don't think it's just gonna be 8 gigs. I mean, you have the USB-C. If that wasn't a thing for you that you're interested in, it has a built-in mic. It has XLR, phantom power, combo jacks. You know, the possibility to, like, you improve your workflow even using instruments. Possibility of new stuff, like if they add like disk streaming, like a disk streaming button within the key groups, that's gonna be fire. But just like switching through different plugins with 8 gigs is probably gonna be a lot better. And you got to think about, like, I mean, of course, like everyone always says, you shouldn't buy it for what it's gonna be, but who knows what they're gonna announce? We'll know soon, right? But they're partnered with NI, and we seen Play instruments come in. Just imagine what's coming next. If these things are starting to become as powerful as a computer, right? I mean, I guess 8 gigs isn't quite it yet, but powerful enough. and they're working with native instruments, it's just it's a possibility. I would say maybe contact. That's a big one people have been requesting for a minute. Give me a sec. I need to plug in a charger. My phone's gonna explode. Yeah, the Live 3 made you appreciate your Live 2 way more. See, that's exactly what I was thinking. Try sampling with 10 seconds, perfect your craft first with what you have, which is enormous on modern day MPCs. That's facts, for sure. No way we need a desktop Roland Booger, an MC504 Mark II. MC99, 909 Mark II. I don't really know about that one. I never tried the 505, but it looks interesting. That could be cool. Adrenaline Beast, what's good, man? Adrenaline, recovery in real time. What, you got a new account? Watch it silently. Well, I appreciate you being here, man. No thoughts or what? My phone is overheating a little bit. Let's hope it doesn't shut off. Stronger processors may mean way more audio and plug-in tracks. Yeah, maybe they've expanded that. Why isn't disc streaming just on by default? What's the advantage of not doing the streaming? Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. It was a later edition, so maybe we'll see some improvements on it, hopefully. In fairness, the classic MPC had a lot of buttons, too. Not like this, though. Have they changed anything for the old school sound? Who knows? I don't know. MPE got to be in 3 sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm thinking the paths are some sort of MPE, right? Expand 2 better come with the Live 3 Day 1. Isn't that an old instrument? I need Atmosphere in the new MPC. Gonna be like your channel name. I'm gonna be like your channel name very shortly. Recovery in real time. Getting food by my family at present. Sugito, I'm not recording vocals on MPC yet, but with the integrated microphone, it's tempting. Is vocal editing all right on 3.0? Yeah, I like it. I mean, I use it exclusively, so I'm not spoiling myself by using a DAW, like Pro Tools or something, so you just got to get into it. You got to be motivated enough. Like, you know, I'm motivated to not use computers and be distracted and have all these other possibilities and stuff, so yeah, I really appreciate it how it is. It's not too bad. Glad I have 2 lives. 2's gonna be treasure once this trash hits. Man, yeah, it's about to get roasted, man. And we'll see. It's gonna be interesting. I would like to see Akai refine its machines versus add features that lack logical usage. Yeah, here we go. I mean, that step speaker looks like it was ripped from Roland, does it? Those are some cool upgrades. Personally, I don't do my work in the MPC. I mostly lay down my sample melody and drums, a synth bass, and export into Ableton. Well, yeah, and then it sounds like you're set. I mean, you don't really need much to do that. I mean, you could do that with a 404 and then just go on through USB-C. Or, I mean, I don't know what MPC you have, but you're probably good with whichever. I mean, you could do that with like a 1000 or something. About to get a live one and call it a day. New one looks cool, though. There you go. That's cool, man. I mean, good time. I would wait till this announcement. Get yourself a live one for like, man, I can imagine. I wouldn't be surprised if you could get one for like $300. But I would definitely wait at least a week until people start selling off their old pieces to get this thing, regardless of how ugly it is. I think a lot of them people are still going to be buying this thing. Especially new people. I think it's going to attract new people into the, you know, I don't know what the statistics are on what genre, how many people are creating in what genre. You know, I come from making like hip hop, and so, but I know there's people that make other genres, and I would assume that this would bring in more like EDM style people. But that's just maybe my ignorance. I don't know. I mean, not all of you are making EDM and who love using step sequencers, right? So, hella old Raul thought we would have got it by now. Shoot, what did I miss, man? I don't know what you're referring to. No news about a new MPC, because there's no new MPCX as far as we know. Maybe there's one in the works, but it's gonna be a while till we hear about it. No FCC on that. Wow, I know what the Live 3 looks. The Live 3 looms like. Looks like it looks like a Behringer MPC job. Huh. Drew, what's up? I got ADHD. I can't help but be distracted. Man, this thing is gonna give people ADHD. All my Live 2 users, when the 3 drop, we gotta flood YouTube with Live 2 content. My bad, bro. I'm gonna be doing Live 3 content most likely. Man, I'm gonna do what I'm doing right now, but with the Live 3 in front of me. If I'm gonna spend another $1,000, I would either want it to be easy to move around or be able to do everything in the box. It is possible, but I don't see anyone recording vocals. Well, you're talking to one person who does that, so I mean, this is the channel. But yeah, I don't see many people who do it. But I'm definitely the one. Like all the songs I do, not that they're perfect or fantastic. I'm still in a learning process and getting better at it. But I do the vocals standalone, man, and I do everything standalone. I just do a mix down from the MPC, then I put it on my phone, upload it from my phone, and that's it. I miss being adrenaline beats, but my whole journey changed. But man, do I miss the producer? What does that mean? You're not doing stuff on that channel? I'm actually more excited. At least you're still making music, right? Or what? Are you just priorities and stuff and got busy doing stuff? I'm sure I know you got like a family and all that. Wilford, what's up? I'm actually more excited that MPC3 non-beta release that's going to have to come with this release. Yes, exactly. Imagine them releasing a new MPC and it's still on beta, right? I doubt it. I feel it happening to me right now badly. I've had to protect myself with video evidences. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Live one for 250 to 380. Gonna be the new bass, I imagine. Let's go to live one in a pawn shop for 320. All right, man. William, that's great. I always thought about you, man. Oh, y'all are talking amongst yourselves. What's going on, man? Mikolaj, what's up? Able to push 3 compared to live 3 looks like a Bentley compared to... Yeah, that push 3 does look really nice. I like the layout and stuff. It's a big old piece, though. So it is kind of like I was saying earlier, though, kind of bittersweet because it's a standalone with a battery, but that thing is got a massive footprint. Like do they make a special bag for that? Like a backpack? No way you'll get a live one for 3. I think you might be able to find one, you know, but after this gets officially announced. At any time a new MPC gets officially announced, it's probably the optimum time to buy a used MPC. Hey y'all, if you appreciate the chat, please let me get a thumbs up on this video. We got 80 of y'all in here watching. I don't know if 80 of y'all are talking, but it's a good conversation. I'm really, as much as, you know, how I'm saying this is ugly, I'm still going to get my hands on it. I have an opportunity to, because of my friends over at Zounds. Always been good to me. Even before I had a line of communication with them, I've been buying stuff from them, you know, pay as you play. I don't think there's anything better. Like at this point, I feel like it's foolish to buy with any other retailer, because other retailers, maybe you get if you got the money, of course, if you can save up, you got the self-restraint, do that. But getting yourself like a credit card from one of these retailers, I don't know how good your guys' credit is, but usually when I get one of these, the APR is like 30%, and that's ridiculous. That's almost 50%. But Zounds, pay as you play, no extra, what you would call it, no interest, just straight out the bank account. How do y'all like that ad? Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get that in my possession. and there's a high chance that I can get it on here and just really just dig in. When is the time that this is coming out? It looks like next week, man. All genres use MPCs nowadays. Even live musicians own an MPC. Makes sense. My MPC one, I still want 600 Canadian for it. What does that look like in US dollars? I've never looked at the exchange rate. Hope the layering material is being updated too. I saw some filthy looking black MPC lot. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Some kind of different material. Make it like the keys, or like the Key 37. Sounds for the win. Yeah, also their firm partnership. Yeah, firm is cool too. Like I think they'll do longer loans, right? It's not even a loan because a firm doesn't. They don't charge interest. And I didn't know that. I thought maybe there was interest, but I was late on one of those payments. I think I had gotten the Machine Plus that I never, I ended up trading out. But they didn't even charge me a late fee. They're like, oh, there's no late fees. You just pay for it. Just get it on point back up, you know? So I was like, oh, for real? Really? This is quite nice. Shigita already put the money on the side for it. Who knew I could save up that money? So, well, nice, bro. Okay, yeah, it's about there's a 3K limit. I didn't even know about the 3K limit, but I figured it was something about getting pricier things and getting it spread out for like 18 months. I think Zounds only does 12, and then if it's like 18, they partner with a firm. What's the word on Akai buying native instruments? Is that a theory? Is that a rumor? I haven't even heard that. You think InMusic's gonna own that? Scripts, what's up? Give me the option to directly bounce WAV files and MP3 files to my phone, or possibly even see. I'm glad you brought that up because we're talking about a new firmware and official desktop software being announced with this, because that just seems like that would be the thing to do. So with that, new features being seen, right? And bug fixes and things that have been left out, like time signatures. But that is one of the things. I don't know if it's going to be like what you're saying, but that is one of the things that they didn't just allude to. They stated it in their, let me see if I can pull it up. We can keep going here. I'm almost feeling like it's about time for me to wrap this up, but we're still going. But I'll pull up Akai's Instagram page. And on it, it was back in like, I think March or April. They said that they're going to bring wireless file transfer. Let's see if I can find, it might not be, it used to be pinned at the top, but they've done so many posts since. So this might be kind of hard to find. I'm seeing the force on here, and now I'm thinking about what's going on with the force. Let's see. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah. All right, let me plug you guys in so you can see this. I can just plug it like this. Let's see. I think this is. Oh, come on. Shit. Oh, it disappeared. It was this one, I think. Following the highly anticipated launch of MPC 3, so this was February 13th. Kai personal groundbreaking partnership with Native Instruments. We're excited to share key development updates that mark a significant step forward for the MPC platform. As we continue to push innovation, here's what's ahead. MPC 3.0S for standalone will receive highly requested updates in spring, including flexible time signatures. Okay, this did not happen in spring, right? Flexible time signatures are not there. Wireless expansion transfer, that's what we were just talking about. That's why I brought this up. So that's expansions though. So I don't know about files exactly, but the potential's there. So enhanced MIDI recording and playback, addressing user reported challenges with external gear and additional features that will further elevate the MPC 3.0 experience. So those are kind of the main things that issues I've heard people talk about, time signatures and MIDI stuff. And then in there, you got the wireless expansion. So I don't know if that's just going to be a system for them to sell more expansions from their website. Hopefully it's something beyond that and kind of what we're talking about and imagining and hoping for. So yeah, this ended up beta in May. So we got the beta already. OS 3.1 will be released later this month. Force users ended up getting their getting an update too, which is why I bring up the Force, because it kind of seems to be like in limbo. It's no longer being made, but they still did get updates. And then there was that Akai Force 6 like prototype, which was like a keyboard version, but we haven't seen that. Don't know if it's even gonna be a thing. So yeah. So yeah, I just want to bring that up because you mentioned the wireless transfer. Guitar Center has a big old stock of used MPCs. I'd rather have the new KO2 Rhythm. Yeah, you're joking. That thing looks, I don't know, man. Tactical MIDI. So hopefully, I think you were telling me that, some of the MIDI stuff you have issues with, right? So hopefully this fixes that for you. An app for iOS or Android for the file transfers that we're talking about. Time signature is super important for guitar playing. Get an S2400. Block Hype, appreciate it, man. Thanks for the subscription. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try hard to get it like as soon as possible. Shouldn't be an issue if it releases, because I usually I'm partnered up with Zounds, and they're usually very helpful when it comes to new MPC releases. It would be interesting to see what a Force 2 would be like. I kind of hope they don't make the keyboard and they make a more portable Force. This is crazy. You mean to tell me I need to get an update for MPC 1? I think what they have till now is buggy. Are you on 3.0? Why so many buttons? What's up, man? Nerd. Will it make the other MPCs obsolete? I don't know if the buttons will. The buttons mainly are just added abilities, I think, and then like step secrets for stuff that exists already. But I think more so the power, like the 8 gigabytes, the processor, that will allow it to do probably stuff with like instruments, plugins that will be a lot more difficult on these. Like there are limitations that exist on these older ones that only have 2 gigs. Yeah, some sort of airdrop type of thing for sure. That would be awesome. Yeah, so that's where we're at. I don't think I have much more to really share on this. Just gotta wait and see. Not too much longer. Looks like we might have an announcement next week. I'd like to get a better picture. If I can find a better picture, then I'll stick around, like a clearer one. There's got to be something a little bit more. Because I think I have a screenshot. I screenshotted a screenshot. Let's see. Just going to Google this real quick. Still looking. Yeah, Sun Wu did a. Yeah, it's still hard to see though. I think that might be the best possible image there is right now. So, I mean, you could see the buttons and the placement, but you can't really see the labels of everything. Yeah, you can't read anything on this image. So just leave it at that, man. Next week, we're going to see for real. That's kind of an interesting 404, like knobs right there. All right, let's wrap this up here. And check out the chat one last time. If y'all can, throw a thumbs up. You want to see the MPC Live 3 on the channel. I might just say, man. Let me get 100 likes on this. I'm out here just begging for likes now. It's not a good look. Am I going to sell my live? I don't know. Not for a while. I don't want to. I mean, the retro is a nice little piece, man. It's like, I'd like to collect it. I like to be a collector when it comes to my samplers, but I always just, trade up because I like to try different things and try to be reasonable. Well, that's cool, man. That's good. That's cool. You can do that. Give away your old stuff. Give someone a chance. My experience when it comes to like giving people things, though, it's like it never gets put to work the way it would if someone was thirsty enough to go out and get something for themselves. But I mean, if they don't have the opportunity, that's a cool thing you could do. Oh, there's a new yeah, I forgot about that. I really don't know how that works too much. There's a new like account. It's called the Hype. Yeah, if y'all want to do the Hype button, that would be cool. You know how that works? Is that just like get it promotes the video a little bit more? All right, I guess I must sign out and then just do something else. I got laundry going. I gotta go put it in the dryer, take it out and stuff. So we'll see very soon. I appreciate y'all being here and kicking it with me. If y'all could hit the hype button, hit the like button, appreciate it. Yeah, it's there now. So I appreciate you, Alistar. Amen, brother. Please don't put this in production. Love Hero. What you mean? Don't put this in production. All right, Alistar. Later. Viral Beats. Take care, brother. I'm not the one in control of putting the MPC3 in production. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. You saying don't bring it on the channel? All right, peace, nerd. Appreciate you being here. I mean, if I have an opportunity to try out the MPC 3, then I'm gonna try it out. But yeah, it's pretty busy, so I have a tendency to want to keep things simple. So it might be too much for me. But we will see. We'll give it a try. You know. All right, y'all bless. Peace. Y'all take care.